Shalom. All right, this is your brother Samak. Come with a quick lesson in the spirit, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to you brothers out there doing this work, okay? Now, we all know that we got to have balance in this truth. And it's very, very important to have balance in this truth because when you are awakened to this knowledge, you're susceptible to all type of demons that come on you, man. And we know that the scriptures say that it's better to not have known the way of righteousness than to have known it and erred or went back into your old ways, roughly paraphrasing, man. So when you come into the knowledge of this truth and you start walking in the ways the Most High would have you, but you don't have a good balance, you're going to be susceptible to temptations and a lot of demons that come on you. Now, let's go Proverbs 11:1. A false balance is an abomination to Yahweh, but a just weight is his delight. See, so a false balance is an abomination to Yahweh. Yahweh don't like when you put too much time into one thing than the other, or if you have something on this side that you need to be putting more time into, but you're putting all your time into this when you have things that you need to do, basically. Like if you know that, for instance, if you're a gardener, you know that you have to have a balance in time between every single plant and seed that you're growing. So you have to make sure you spend the time to water this and spend enough time to water this and treat this and give this enough sunlight and that sunlight. You can't give one plant favor over the other or give this one more time than the other, because what's going to happen, you're going to start neglecting those other seeds and those other plants, and they're going to die. They're not going to grow right. So that's why you want to have a just balance, man, because a just weight is Yahweh's delight, where just weight and balance, it's the same difference, man. You got to balance between doing this work. You got to balance between, doing things in the world, like going to work. You might have a woman, you might have children, spending time with your family. You're going to have a balance between not only just that, but the foods you eat, your diet altogether, what you consume physically and mentally and emotionally and spiritually, going all the way down to the things that you watch, man. You want to have a balance. You don't want to be watching too much movies and not watching enough documentaries. You don't want to watch too much documentaries and too much knowledge and burn yourself out and not give yourself and your brain time to relax, or because your flesh still has to be pleased too. Don't get it twisted. You still have to please your flesh, man. Because we're in these bodies, the flesh needs to be pleased, but you can please the flesh and what's the word I'm looking for? It just really just lost me. So lucky. In moderation. I don't know how the word just hey man, it's late, man, Hey, and that's part of the diet too, man. And having a balance, because you spending too much time into something, man, it'll fry your brain, man. Eating too much sugar, too much fried foods, these different things, man, they'll fog your memory, they'll make you sluggish. And those things will end up making you not want to do things that are productive. And that's a fact. Your diet goes hand in hand with your productivity. If you eat like shit, for the most part, you're going to feel like shit, and you're not going to want to do things that are productive, even just mentally working and exercising your brain, going down to even that. So, you want to make sure you have a good balance in the things you eat. Eat a good amount of fruits, a good amount of vegetables, proteins, your carbs, and then you can still have your sugar in moderation, Now let's get another precept. to back this one up. It's Proverbs 16:11. A just weight and balance are Yahweh's. All the weights of the bag are his work. A just weight and a balance is Yahweh's, man. So that's why you pray to the Lord for him to give you a balance. Give you a just balance. And you know what you got to do? You pray and you do, man. You got to pray on it and then you got to act on it. So a brother made it really good. You know, he made a really good example. Hey, you should really like start nightly planning, man. Plan out your day the night before, man. Say, all right, look, I know from this time to this time I got to work. So if I wake up at 8 o'clock every day, I spend about an hour just, getting myself ready for the day. Brush your teeth, you might take a shower, you might eat a breakfast, you might exercise. You do what you do that gets you ready for the day. And then from that point, you go through with your schedule. So, all right, from 10 to 4, I'm going to be at work. When I get off of work, I'll probably go to sleep around 11 o'clock, right? All right, cool. So I get home about 5 o'clock. Now what I'll do is I'll take an hour or two to get in my study in, to put up a video. So let's just say from 6 to 8, I'll spend all this time studying. I'll spend this time putting together a video and then actually doing the video, And then from 8 to 10, I'll take a load off and relax my mind, maybe watch a show, maybe watch a YouTube video or whatever, whatever comes, maybe reading, a book that's outside the truth, whatever, entertaining book, whatever, your brother's, personal pleasures are, your mental pleasures. So this is a good balance to have. Now, our brothers, including myself, need to work on this, man. So this is really just an exhortation video, because I myself need to work on this. So I have this information, this knowledge to give, and I'm not saying it like I'm 100% perfect at doing this, but I'm saying it in a way of this is what it needs to be and how it needs to be. And it's a beautiful thing to get on the schedule, man. I'm learning this through experience. It's a beautiful thing to get on the schedule. When you're on a schedule and you have structure in your life, you become a more successful person, man. And being successful, we all know that being successful don't necessarily mean being rich and money. Being successful means that you're 100% content and strong within who you are yourself, and you pretty much have a comfort, so to say. So yeah, you're successful if your finances are intact. If you make a good amount more than money, and if you have more income than you have outcome, and you have savings as well, you're successful with managing your finances. That's successful. You're successful at controlling your diet and your hunger. You're successful at managing your time. You're successful at being disciplined and actually making a plan and actually following through with that plan. These are things that we need to do, brothers. These are things that we need to work on, because if we want to be perfect, man, we got to start now. We got to put the effort forth. We can't be like the people in the world. And you could take some advice from a lot of these motivational speakers, or even these rich folks, man. They'll tell you the system all the time, man. Get on the schedule. Do the same thing every single day if you can, Or if Monday through Friday, this is what I do. On the weekends I do this, or Sundays I do this, And of course we know, because of this calendar and the Sabbath, of course you're going to have to make adjustments along with other things that come in the world. We know this, but if you pretty much, for the most part, got a structure, go to the bed around the same time every night and wake up around the same time every morning. This will form habits. It takes about 21 days to form a habit or to break a habit, and then about 3 months to make it a lifestyle. So, that's just this, what you brothers should really get in the hang of, man. And I'm working on this myself, putting this together. I got a little calendar, dry erase board in my basement. I'm about to hang up and then just start, mapping out my day. If I gotta work in the morning, I know I'll probably wake up a little earlier to, get a workout in so that when I get home, I could spend that more time going over. Maybe I might spend most of the day catching up on some studies because couple of days before, I didn't have enough time to put out studying. So that's also part of the balance where making up for time lost. Now let me get another precept and why another reason is really good to have balance, man. And hey, look, this is just for I'm gonna bring this out for edification's sake because, like I said, you're gonna make these attempts to have this balance and to be a certain way, but it's not always gonna work out. But hey, Proverbs 24:16, for a just man falls 7 times and riseth up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief. Yeah, you're gonna have times where you're gonna be falling off from this balance, man. You're gonna have times where demons will hop on you and make you more slothful, or you might be in a state where you might be more a depressive state. You might be in a state where you're more in tune to this thing or that thing, whatever the case is. And you might feel like you're failing at doing studies or videos or just linking up with brothers, whatever it is, man. But hey, this scripture can be used for not just sinning, man. You can use this for just falling off from your everyday goals, man. You're gonna fall off, and it's okay because we're not perfect in a spirit. We're morally upright, but we still go off, man. We still have fleshly and mortal tendencies. We might forget things. We might feel lazy at times. We might not feel like it, but it's all about the effort you put in overcoming it and praying to the Lord, asking Him for the strength. But you more than just praying for it. You actually gotta make the attempt. You can't ask the Lord to give you the spirit to be stronger and work to be stronger and more diligent to get your body right. But you don't even make the effort to go to the gym. When you put forth the effort a couple times, you'll start noticing that, oh wow, I'm more disciplined and I have the more energy and desire to go to the gym. And that's the Lord, working with you. Let's get this. Matthew 6:33. It says, but seek ye the kingdom of Yahweh, but seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. So seek the kingdom first, man. At the end of the day, you have a balance. You have an understanding of what you need to do and what's required. So like what's required of you. So hey, as long as you constantly thinking in the spirit, hey, try to get an hour or two of studying every single day, man. Hey, if you're gonna come home from work and hey, maybe you might feel like playing a game this day. Maybe you might feel like watching a movie. Maybe you might have plans to do X, Y, and Z. Hey, if you can fit in getting studies in or getting a video in or whatever it is, something in the spirit, if you can fit that in first, hey, get that in first because then it'll make you feel more it'll make you feel like you are more accomplished, it'll give you more confidence because you feel like, damn, I accomplished something today. I was productive. I learned something new. I put up a nice little video, whatever the case is. Hey, seek the kingdom first, man. So, hey, seek the things in the spirit first. So try to make that, whatever a daily habit is. So if you wake up on a Thursday and you don't have to work, but you're pretty much your morning routine is to wake up at 8 o'clock, get a protein shake and brush your teeth or whatever, go to the gym because that's good too. You go to the gym because that's really good at clearing your mind and releasing these different hormones that help you throughout the day. So that's really good. Doing the gym first, and as soon as you come from the gym, you get your meal in, and before you do anything else, maybe you read, maybe you feed the spirit, you feed the spirit. So get a video, watch a couple brothers' videos, get a video, and these different things. that's pretty much the gist of that, man. And I'm gonna end off with this precept here, just to let you know. Hey, it says Romans 12:1. I'll go down to 2. I beseech you, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. So yeah, we know that we gotta sacrifice a lot for this truth, for the Lord, and it's reasonable, man. This is a reasonable service because of the blessings that we're going to inherit, the mercies that He's given us. Hey, look, this is nothing to give our bodies a living sacrifice. So sometimes you might have to sacrifice doing things that pleasure your flesh to please the Spirit. You might sometimes have to chalk an event to get with brothers, to do a video, to go to camp, all these different things, man. Maybe you haven't done a video in like 2 or 3 days, and you feel like in your spirit is urging you to do a video, but you might come home one day from work, and your woman might want to watch a movie with you, and you might be like, hey, tell her like, oh, you're gonna have to wait. That's gonna have to wait. I gotta get this in because I've been slacking this last couple of days. Verse 2, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh. Exactly. Renewing of your mind, man. Changing the way you think. Putting the spirit before the flesh, thinking on how you can have a more balanced and structured day. These are things that we need to do in the truth, because we can't be lazy and just winging it. We can't just be winging life. We know that tomorrow's not promised. We know that the next hour is not promised. That's why we pray to the Lord for protection and mercy, and thank Him every single morning, every time we reach our destination, whatever the case is. But we also have faith, so you still gotta have structure, man. There's nothing wrong with planning a day ahead, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all spiritual. It's all spiritual. We know that tomorrow's not promised, man. But we got faith that the Lord is going to keep us alive, man. That's going to wake us. So we plan our day. All right, look, tomorrow I'm going to do this for the Lord. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And I'm going to do that. So that's pretty much it, brothers. Just, hey, urge you, brothers, to find a balance that works for your schedule, that works for your life, so that you can feed every avenue of your life, man. So you can be successful in every avenue of your life. So you can have peace and contentment in every avenue, in every aspect of your life, man. So you can have so you can fill every single bucket. You fill your knowledge bucket, you fill your spiritual bucket, you fill your world, your fleshly pleasure bucket, man. Because we all got hobbies, we all got interests. Brothers like what they like. I'm into anime, like Naruto, different things like that. Japanese anime. I'm into a lot of that. So that's something I do in my free time. And I'm also into cars. It's another little hobby of mine that I'm really getting into. So I'm starting to learn more and more about working on cars and different things and modifications. Hey, it's a little pleasure of mine. But like I said, it's all in a balance. I'm not going to give that too much time more than this, Hey, the spirit comes first. So if I'm going to give more time to anything, it's in the spirit, but I'm not going to overwhelm myself. I'm not going to overdo it. I'm not going to overcharge or overfill that bucket, Every single day, it's like a filtration system. You got to put in, some comes out. You put in, come out, Hey, Lord willing, this video was edifying. Until next time, shalom.